Welcome to my Learning to Read Thai video tutorial 2. Unfortunately, learning a language isn't very interesting or entertaining. When I was teaching at a Thai school, I had to make every learning point a game or a fun activity, otherwise the kids weren't interested. Obviously with adults that's not really appropriate. Unfortunately, the worst part is the first part, when you don't know anything and you need to go through some basics and fundamentals. However, those basics and fundamentals are quite important. When I was teaching, I had a Thai guy come to me. He worked for an oil company and worked with quite a few foreigners. He came and he just wanted to be able to go into work and speak to his foreign colleagues. He wasn't interested in learning vocabulary, grammar, or any of the basics. And you just can't do it. You do need to learn basics first. The interesting part comes when you can actually start to read words, and you'll be surprised how quickly that happens. I started teaching myself to read Thai in 2004, and a few months after doing so, I went to Bangkok for a few days. I arrived at the airport, jumped in a taxi and went into the city centre, and there are lots of direction signs on the airport road. And whereas previously I could only read the English, I found that I could read English and Thai, and this is only after a few months. Last week in tutorial 1 we did one consonant. In today's tutorial I plan to do one more consonant and 2 vowels. And just with 2 vowels and 2 consonants you'll actually be able to read words. By the time we've done another half a dozen vowels and half a dozen consonants, you'll actually be able to read hundreds of words. And that won't take long. That will only take another 2 or 3 tutorials. So let's get started on today's tutorial. Just before we do that, I need to introduce Pom again. Pom's going to be my assistant today, and she will do the speaking parts, so we make sure we get the pronunciation and the tones right, because I probably won't. The Thai consonant we'll be covering today is this one. It's called Raw Rua. Rua means bolt in Thai. I'll get Pom to say that so you get the right pronunciation.
Raw Rua. Raw Rua. Raw Rua.
As is the case with all Thai consonants, all you need to remember is the sound it makes as an initial consonant and the sound it makes as a final consonant. As an initial consonant, it makes a sort of rolled Scottish R sound. And as a final consonant, it makes an N sound. And that's all you need to remember. I should just mention one more thing. I don't want to confuse you unnecessarily, but a few Thai consonants also use as vowels. And if you see 2 raw ruas together, it's a vowel. I'm not going to cover it today, I'll do this later. So all you need to remember is an initial consonant R sound, final consonant N sound. Right, now on to the vowels we're going to cover today. I'm going to do 2, and with Thai vowels you'll find that there's a long version and a short version. And this is the long version. And the naming convention for Thai vowels is Sara, which is vowel, and then the sound of the vowel. So this one will be Sara A.
Sara A. Sara A. Sara A.
With transliteration, you'll find that this is just transliterated as a single A, which I disagree with. For example, the Thai word for house is something like this. I'll get Pom to say that.
Ban. Ban. Ban.
You'll hear that's a long vowel sound, but when it's written in English using the transliteration system, it's just B-A-N, ban, which I disagree with. So if you see this vowel on its own, it's just a long R sound. Similar to English vowels, Thai vowels are used alone and in combinations, and the vowels we'll be covering today are actually used in vowel combinations. But again, I won't be doing those today. I'm just looking at them used on their own, just to make things as simple as possible. Okay, so sara is the long version of the vowel. The short version looks something like this. It's called sara-a.
Sara-a, sara-a, sara-a.
And it's called sara-a if it's used in a word that doesn't have a final consonant. Let's look at the polite particle used by women in Thailand. Oh.
Ka, ka, ka.
Okay, so that's just a K consonant and that's short vowel. So there's no final consonant. So it's written this way. If a word uses this vowel and does have a final consonant, it's written differently. So if we have an initial consonant and a final consonant, it's written above the initial consonant like this. So to give you an example, the Thai word for teeth or tooth
Fun, fun, fun.
It's exactly the same short sound, but because this word has an initial and a final consonant, it's written this way. Whereas with this word, there's no final consonant, so it's written differently. The Thai word for tooth also demonstrates another problem with the transliteration system. Both vowels that I've covered today, the long R and the short A, are transliterated exactly the same way, just as a single A. Now, if there's two completely different sounds and they're both transliterated as A, you must think that one is wrong. Well, actually, I think that both are wrong. I think this one is a long R sound, not an A, and this one I consider to be more of a U sound than an A. So if we get Pom to say the word for tooth again.
Fun, fun, fun.
Did you hear fun or did you hear fan? To me, it's definitely a fun. So I always use a U for this vowel and not an A, but the transliteration system does use an A. Okay, so by using the one consonant that we did in the last tutorial and the one consonant today plus the two vowels today, we can already start making complete words. That's how quickly you can start reading Thai. So if we use the Gorgai from last week, the Raw Rua from today, and the Sara A from today.
Gra, gra, gra.
That's actually a word. The word means freckle or freckles. You'll see this outside skin clinics in Thailand. Foreigners seem to think that freckles are quite cute, but Thai see them as a serious skin condition and go to their skin doctor to get them lasered off. And grat, the syllable grat, also forms the basis of many Thai words. For example, the word for a pickup truck in Thailand, grat bat.
Grat ba, grat ba, grat ba.
The Thai word for garlic, gratium.
Grat, tiam, grat, tiam, grat, tiam.
there are probably hundreds of words that start with this syllable. And we can also do a few more words with the consonants and vowels that we've learnt already. If I use the raw from today, I don't think I mentioned a minute ago, when we write this vowel in a word that has a final consonant, I'm going to write this word. We call it mahanagat.
ไม่หันอากาศไม่หันอากาศไม่หันอากาศ
So if the vowel is written in a word that doesn't have a final consonant, it looks like this. It's just called sara'a.
สระอะสระอะสระอะ
But if it is used in a word that uses a final consonant, like this one, and it's written above the initial consonant, it's called mahanagat.
ไม่หันอากาศไม่หันอากาศไม่หันอากาศ
So back to this word. So the raw from today, the gorgai from the last tutorial, and the vowel from today, we get this word.
รักรักรัก
You'll hear the unreleased K sound as a final consonant, as I explained in the last tutorial. And that word means love. You'll hear it a lot in Thailand, and you'll hear it in virtually every Thai popular song that's ever been written. And just using the two consonants and the two vowels that we've done so far, we can actually write some more words. It's a raw and the long vowel sound.
รารารา
To be honest, this is a word I don't think I ever hear being used, but it means cease or to give up. If we add a gorgai to the end,
รากรากราก
this is a word I hear, and it means root, as in root of a tree or root of a plant. If we turn it round, so we use the gorgai first, the long R vowel, and the raw.
การการการ
What you hear then is that the raw that has an R sound here as an initial consonant now has an N sound as a final consonant. Garn is one of those words that has lots and lots of meanings in Thai. On its own, it can mean work, employment, or task. Or if you put it before other words, it can change verbs into nouns. So the word siksa in Thai means to study, but gan siksa means education. And it can also indicate places. For example, the Thai faifa means electricity, but when you add a gan in front to get gan faifa, you get the electricity authority. So that's another very common word. So you can see that with just two consonants and two vowels, we've already started to get full words. And once we get another half dozen consonants, half dozen vowels, you'll be able to read hundreds of words. It's actually you can actually make very, very quick progress reading Thai. Now, there's just one more thing I'm going to mention before I finish today's tutorial, and that's a little convention for when words start with vowel sounds. Now, in Thai, we haven't done them yet, but there's a few vowels that are written above consonants. So there's a consonant, and there's a few vowels that are written below consonants. Now, if we have a word that starts with one of these vowel sounds, we need to write it below or above the consonant.
But if the word starts with a vowel sound and doesn't have an initial consonant, what do? We need something there to write it above or below. So in Thai, there's a special character which is known as a silent consonant. This character is actually used as a vowel as well, so it has two functions, as a vowel and as a silent consonant. So in words that start with a vowel sound, we write one of these first, then we can write the vowel below or above. With other vowels, we don't strictly need this silent consonant, but Thai does it to keep some consistency. It does the same thing for all vowels. So, for example, if we have a word that starts with the long R vowel that we did today, we can't just write it on its own at the start of a word. We need to write it behind the silent consonant. So I'm going to finish this off by writing a real word. So we've got an R sound here, then we'll put in a H consonant, then we'll have another long R, and then we'll have the raw R that we did today, that as a final consonant makes an N sound. Now I'll just get Pom to pronounce that word for you.
อาหารอาหาร
This is another word that you'll hear lots and lots in Thailand. It means food. And food to Thais is a lot more than just sustenance. It's very important. So whenever a word starts with a vowel sound, you need to use this silent consonant as well. Okay, that's about it for today. I don't want to do too much in each tutorial, so I don't want to frighten people away. But if anything wasn't clear, or you have any questions, please write a comment below or ask a question, and I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks for watching. Next tutorial, I will add some more consonants and some more vowels. And as I said, you just once you've learned another half dozen vowels, half dozen consonants, you'll be able to read hundreds of words. You can make very, very quick progress. So please comment, please like, please subscribe, and the next tutorial will be coming soon.